when we created all these channels, I debated on putting this video actually first as opposed to third. At the end of the day, I decided this was a good place for it as opposed to number one. Now, if you skip this question, every other decision in your law firm, it gets harder. Most firm owners, they never answer it. They're just in reaction mode. And that's why things feel chaotic. So the first question, when I ask law firm owners what the most important question is, I usually hear one of three things. So one, how do I get more clients? Important question? Heck yeah, it is. Is it the most important? It is not. Second question I get a lot. How do I grow? Very important, not the most important. Third, how do I make more money? These are not bad questions. I'm not here to say they are. They're just not the first one that you need to answer. So the first question that every law firm owner must answer is this. So I'm going to try to write it a little bigger. What does my firm need to produce? And the key word here, consistently, to support my life. Until you answer this question, everything else, it's backwards. You end up chasing growth without direction. You say yes to, you end up chasing growth. I'll just write that down here. Chasing growth. You end up saying yes too often. And three, you end up pricing from fear, not a place you want to price from. If you don't answer this is where you're going to end up. And it's going to feel chaotic. You're going to feel like you're in reaction mode almost 24/7. Most firm owners, they like to start with activity. This right here forces you to start with the outcome. So you know the outcome that you're looking for right at the outset. Now, I'm going to get a new page here since we're almost running out. Now, when I say support your life, I don't mean some vague number like, oh, I'd like to have whatever, X amount of dollars. No, I mean three very specific things. One, personal expenses. So I like to do this twofold. Break it down, figure out your fixed cost, Now, I'm not going to break that down, how to figure out your fixed cost. You can Google it. Just fixed costs are things that you have, bills, car payments, anything that, food is a necessity of life, anything that you have to spend money on to live your life. This is not discretionary spending. But then what I also recommend is figure out your discretionary spending. How much you spend to live your current lifestyle, the lifestyle you want. Then you add these up, and that gets your personal expenses. Two, the other number, firm expenses. You should always know how much your firm needs per month to get by, to stay open. Three, your buffer. I'll just write AKA emergency fund. Now, starting off, so if you listen to 5 different financial planners or financial coaches, you're going to get a different, a range of emergency fund that you should have, a buffer you should have. It usually ranges anywhere from usually 3 months at the low end to the high end 12 months. Now, if you're just starting your firm, it's more a volatile period. So you want to build up that emergency fund to the higher end, usually if possible. So closer to that 12-month mark. Now, these are the 3 numbers. Personal expenses is what it costs to live your actual life. Not your firm life. This is your actual life. So let's just do a number. Let's say your lifestyle, your family's lifestyle, your lifestyle is 10 grand. That includes fixed cost, and that includes discretionary. Let's say fixed costs are $6,000, but you like to have fun and you spend about $4,000 a month on eating out, travel, whatever. So that comes out to $10,000. Next, firm expenses. Of course, let's just say it's your firm expenses. You're able to keep it pretty low. And let's say your monthly rate, or you're spending $5,000 to keep the lights on in your firm. Last one, buffer. Let's say, well, I'm not even going to say let's say. We already know your emergent. So fixed cost is $6,000. Firm expenses is $5,000. That equals 11. So you need $11,000 per month to keep things going, to be able to eat, to keep things open. So if you went on the low end of that buffer to 3 months, you would need $33,000 in that. If you went on the high end to 12 months, I don't want to do public math on that, but it's a $11K times 12. And that's how much you would need in that buffer. When I do this with people, because I in our law firm audits, I do this, I go through this stuff with people. It makes people uncomfortable because it removes guesswork. And once the number is clear, the excuses disappear. So clarity removes excuses. That can be uncomfortable. When you don't know the number every month feels stressful. So even good ones. When you do know, decisions get simpler. If you know exactly how much you need per month, your decisions are going to be more focused, more intentional, and that, the phrase I love, unnecessary stress. You want to avoid unnecessary stress. This is the kind of stuff that is going to help you avoid that unnecessary stress. Now, once you answer that question, let me pull a piece of paper here. Once you answer this question, what does my firm need to produce consistently to support my life? The answer to that question is you add these numbers together and you get the answer. So once you have that number, you're going to know you guys can still see that. You know how many clients you need, because you've already done those past exercises and you know the value of each client. So you know I'm going to need 6 clients per month to be able to pay my necessary costs. 2, you're also going to know what fees must be. And 3, you know what to say no to. That question at the very beginning is going to help you solve all of this. You're going to get the knowledge, and you're not going to go just trying to figure things out as you go. You're not going to be reactive. You're going to know exactly how many clients you need per month, how much you need to charge, and what you can say no to. Now, the best part with this, one of my favorite parts, is I like to add a 4th one. So you have the personal expenses, firm, buffer. I call this dream life number, whatever you want to call it. All this is, so you have your base number that you need. So let's say you need to make, your firm needs to make 20 grand a month to make some easy math here. But your lifestyle right now, let's say you're spending $4,000 on discretionary, but you'd like to travel more. You'd like to eat out at nicer restaurants. You'd like to hang out with friends more. And you figure out that you could do everything you wanted if you made an extra 6 grand. So that discretionary comes to $10,000. So instead of this number adding up to 20, you want your firm to make 26K. And you know, once your firm makes that 26K, you can live your dream life today. Not 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. you know a very realistic number, a really concrete number. If our firm brings in this money, I am able to live my dream life today, not some distant day in the future. Now, this, just so you guys know, this is not about limiting growth. It's about defining enough. So growth is intentional. It's not desperate. A growth without direction, stress. If you're only focused on growth, if you're only focused on how can I make more money, and you don't know why, and you don't have direction, you never defined your dream life, you are going to live a life of stress, live a life of unnecessary stress, and we can avoid that. If you haven't answered this question, I'm going to go back to this first page here. So if you haven't answered this question, you're not behind. A lot of firms don't answer it. They kind of have a feeling like, oh, I need this much per month. But once you answer it and get it concrete, you're going to feel a lot better. So I want you guys to know in the next video, I'm going to show you how to translate this number into how many clients your firm actually needs. So I'm going to walk you through that process. So you'll be able to apply this to your actual firm. If you like this video, it would mean a lot if you subscribe. It feels weird. It always feels weird saying this, but it'd be awesome if you like the video as well. It lets me know that you've gotten some value out of this. All right, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.